This is section 3 of our LightWrite 6 tutorial, and in this section we're going to look at creating short names and inserting information about gobos. So when LightWrite imports the information for Vectorworks, it imports it exactly as Vectorworks has exported it. And sometimes those names get a little bit long in terms of how they're written out and the amount of space they take up on the page. For example, the etc, CE, source for par, MCM, MFL is just a really long name for what we actually need, and it ends up taking up a lot of extra paper space when we go to print. So we're going to come back up to maintenance where we were before, and I'm going to pull down to instrument type. And it's going to give me this new screen. Here's the actual instrument type, the information that Vectorworks has exported. And in this column, LightWrite will allow us to create a short name for what that fixture is. So I'm going to just enter that field, and it's all highlighted. So I'm going to tell it that that is going to be a SkyPsych. And hit return. You have to hit return when you've changed that, otherwise LightWrite will not accept the information and it'll change back to the default. This one I'm going to call 36 DEG S4. Great. This one is going to be S4 par MFL. This one will be 19 DEG S4. And our template holder will be S4A, indicating that it's an A-size template holder. Great. So I've got all of those changed out. These are going to be my short names now. We'll get into that a little bit more later on, but that looks how I want it to. So I'm going to click Close, and it'll register that information. Next thing, we're going to enter some information about the gobo that's been selected. So once again, we're going to go up here to maintenance and come down to gobo. And it'll open this window here. Now there is a new file on Canvas in the Vectorworks tutorials folder that is R77774. It is a JPEG file. You'll need to download that and have it in your folder where your LightWrite file and your Vectorworks file are, so you can easily find it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to come over to the picture column that's currently empty, and we're going to right click and say select picture. Okay, and here's my file that I've downloaded from Canvas. So I will highlight that and click open, and it will now open, the picture of that gobo will now appear. And I'll click close because that's my only one. And now everywhere we have that gobo, it will populate that picture. And if I hover over it, I'll get a little magnifying glass and it'll show me exactly what that template looks like. I'm going to go ahead and save my file. And that is the end of part 3. In part 4, we'll look at editing LightWrite fields, editing more of the information within the actual spreadsheet.